Welcome to this how-to video by the English department. Today we're going to be looking at Paper 1 Question 2, which will ask you about language. Firstly, let's be clear about what the examiner is looking for when they're asking about language. Language is key words. These might be words described to create a particular image or effect, or they might be words designed for a particular purpose. For example, to describe, persuade or inform. Language is also about writers' techniques. Most of you will look for adjectives, verbs, pronouns and nouns. However, those of you aiming for high targets should also consider simile, metaphor, juxtaposition and personification. After identifying key words in the passage, you should explode the quotation. This means being able to think about connotation, which means what the words make you think of, image, the picture it puts in your mind, and why the writer has chosen to use them. What effect do they want to have on the reader? What do they want the reader to think, imagine, or feel after reading? In the exam, the question will ask you to focus your answer on a small section of the text. However, it's important to read the whole extract first so that you understand what's going on in the narrative. Pause the screen now and read it to yourself. The question will ask you, how does the writer use language to do something? Let's look at the third paragraph and consider, how does the writer use language to create a picture of the boy's excitement? Start by looking for verbs which describe the boy's excitement. The verb raced has connotations of speed and creates a sense of anticipation. This is reinforced by the verb tingled. The verb savour is usually used to describe the way someone might enjoy food. In this case, it suggests he's looked forward to this moment and wants to taste every last bit. Next, look for adjectives which describe the boy's excitement. The adjective eager makes us think of someone who is really keen or interested. It contrasts with the word linger, which suggests he's desperate to start the fire but also wants to slow down and take his time. Having identified and analysed verbs and adjectives, we can look for other techniques which the writer uses to describe the boy's excitement. The writer personifies the fire when he uses the word embraced, which has connotations of love and acceptance. The writer might have chosen this word to suggest Shadow gets the same thrill out of starting fires as another person might get from being in a relationship. It is where he feels most comfortable. Finally, the simile, a graceful yellow plume, like a candle in a church, creates a religious image and makes the reader think he worships the fire. To him, it is valuable and holy. You'll notice that all the quotes I've chosen are short. It's a good idea to avoid overly long quotes, as these can be time-consuming to write and often lead to your analysis being vague. Now that you've found your quotes and decided how they are relevant to the question, let's put our ideas into a paragraph. It's a good idea to practice using the same structure every time you answer a question about language. An example is on the screen now, but you might prefer to use one given to you by your teacher. The most successful pupils will also learn their sentence starters. This makes it easier in the exam to get started on your answer and keeps your ideas organised. Here's an example of how we might use the structure to write our answer. Now that you've seen how to answer the question, practice yourself. You could try writing about some of the other quotes we found during this video, or you can use any extract from a novel or play. Simply ask yourself, how has the writer used language to describe? Good luck!